Hey guys, Mixed Media Girl here. So I'm very excited. Craft Shop Metals just came out with some black aluminum panels. So these are Alu rims. I will put the link down in the description to check those out. They've got different colors. They've got silver, gold, rose gold, and now they have black. So I thought this would be perfect for a galaxy resin painting. I'm really excited. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some really easy stars. And what I did was I just watered down some white acrylic paint. And I'm going to just do the flicking method. And then after this, while it's kind of drying, I'm going to go ahead and go over the rest of the materials that I will be using. So this is how I like to make stars. It's super easy. I did get some here that I don't like, so I'm going to actually wipe those off really quick. I'm just going to do some blotting, and that can also help make some cool effects. Well, we're just going to kind of erase those out. Just wasn't too happy. All right, I'm going to give it a little flick there. There we go. And that's it on the stars. Really super simple. You can keep going for forever. I'm going to leave it at that. All right, so now in terms of the materials we're using Stone Coat Countertops art coat here. And the colors, I like to mix colors, so I've got some that are mixed. My blue here is Stone Coat Countertops Crater Lake Blue Metallic. All of these can be gotten from Stone Coat Countertops. I then have a gold here, which is actually the Gold Dust and Bronze Galaxy Glitter mixed. And then I have a green, which is the Alumilite Flow Green Opaque Dye and Alumidust Green mixed. So that's those. And then I have white, which is just the Alumilite White Opaque Dye. And then purple, which is the Violet Translucent Dye and the Interference Purple, which just kind of gives it a slight pearl effect without really changing too much of the color. I wanted to lighten it up a little bit. Now, because I don't want wet acrylic paint here, I am going to heat this. I'm going to just hit this with my heat gun really quick just to make sure none of this is wet. And then we'll come back and get started with the resin painting. All right, we are all dry here. So I'm going to get started with the resin. I'm going to go ahead and throw in some clear. And I think the key with these galaxies is to kind of just do a little bit at a time. And also this, you don't need more than, I'd say maybe about 5 ounces in this panel. So I'm going to go ahead and get just some clear spread around. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and start with some white. Now this is opaque, but I hardly put any in there, and now I'm adding it to the clear here as well. So that's going to help thin it out even more, make it more transparent. And I think I'm going to go for kind of a centered look here. All right, this is the green. And this is such a simple technique. Once you've done 1 or 2 of them, it gets to be quite easy. Put just a little more green. I think I said it already, but I'm definitely going for a bit of a Northern Lights kind of look. Here's the purple. I don't know if you can kind of tell with the interference in there. Super pretty. And this is what I call the ugly stage, so don't worry about it. I'm going to save that gold for last. Get in here with a little bit of the blue. Okay. And now this is the gold, which I put definitely more resin in here than I needed to. So I kind of thinned that all out. And that's just going to give it a little extra sparkle without really adding a lot of color. especially when mixed with that clear resin. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and heat it with the heat gun. I will turn the volume down at this stage because no one really cares about listening to the heat gun. All right, so I am going to go ahead and tilt it around a little bit. And this will give us a nice kind of natural flow to it. And just make sure you keep it inside the panel, which there's not a lot of resin in here, so that's definitely not difficult to do. Okay. I honestly think I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to overwork it. I am super in love with that. So I do have some more clear. I'm just going to fill in some of the spots that actually don't have resin. And the cool thing about this too is you can come back and do as many layers as you want. So this could be just your bottom layer, and then you could come back and add another layer to give it depth, but it already has a lot of depth because of the fact that the resin is actually sitting on top of the black. So just that alone gives it depth. And just word to the wise with these panels, make sure you clean off any wet resin that you accidentally got on the sides. It'll wipe right off when it's wet. When it's dry, I haven't really figured out a way to get it off. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this with the heat gun just one more time because I added that fresh resin, and then we'll do our close-up. You can also, of course, use a torch for that part, but since I have my heat gun, I just went ahead and used that. So let's do our close-up. So because this is resin, it's highly reflective. Also, black is highly reflective. It's a little difficult to show, but you can see some of that glitter in there. You can see the white is just kind of nice. It's really hard to focus on that. There's a little better from a distance, actually. But it's just simple and subtle. None of the colors are overpowering. And there you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Very easy way to make a galaxy. I am loving the black panels from Craft Shop Metal. All materials will be in the description, so please guys check that out. And at this stage you could do more layers if you want. You can add paint on top of it. You can do anything you want, or just leave it as it is, as an awesome wall art piece. One more common question I get is how I hang it. I just attach a sawtooth hanger at the back with some resin. Very simple. And thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.